Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a sit down style video just here in my office because this is a topic that has been on my mind, I kid you not, for several months now, and I've been meaning to make a video about it and I just always forget. And I put like this pressure behind myself that the video has to be absolutely perfect and it has to be totally aesthetic, and then I just never get it done because I stress out about it. So we're just here today sitting down, we're gonna do it. Freshly showered. I only have concealer on under my eyes. I have a little bit of smudged eyeliner, a little bit of lip gloss because my lips are heckin' dry with this winter weather. But anyway, let's begin. And I hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying your 2022 beginning of the year so far. And pardon in advance if you hear my cat yelling and being just really loud. He is crazy. He is high maintenance. He has the zoomies 100% of the time and it's completely unavoidable. So pardon our sweet little Flynn. The topic of this video is all about how to get a slimmer looking face via facial massage, and there are so many different ways that you can do a facial massage at home with different tools and different devices, but there are pros and cons to every single one of them. And although we all kind of have seen all those gua sha videos out there, we're not going to do like a gua sha tutorial, but instead I'm going to tell you guys the pros and cons that I know about and have noticed on myself and what I actually prefer to use on a day-to-day basis to get the results that I get, and the things that I avoid because of their lack of complete benefit. So right off the bat, I just want to go straight into what I do not use because I'm not even going to bother using it. I'm not even going to show using it. Anything like this. Any kind of roller like this. These pretty much have little to no function or benefit on your skin, so please don't bother wasting your money on these. Really, all that they benefit you is for cooling the surface of the skin. The amount of rolling that you get out of this gives you barely any effect in terms of de-swelling the face, in terms of facial massage, in terms of stimulating any blood flow and tightening the skin. It's just not worth it. But if you love cooling down your face, it is something you can consider, especially because the small roller can get close to the eye, even though that bar just literally hit me in the eyeball. But so what do I actually use and what do I honestly recommend as a skincare specialist with 10 years of career level experience? I have tried it all. I know it all. I've been behind the scenes. I know the development of them. I understand what they do for the skin. I know the history behind some of them and where they originated. So what do I actually use? The answer to that is 2 different items for 2 different benefits. I will either use a facial roller for the skin or I'll use the traditional gua sha. And I use these at different times depending on what my skin's condition is like. Maybe wondering like why, what's it matter? You're just getting a facial massage. Reason being is because there are pros and cons, like I said. So let's first talk about the standard traditional gua sha and why there are pros and cons to this. So I love using a gua sha because it allows me to fully control the amount of pressure that's being applied to my face, and that makes it really good for de-swelling, flushing out the lymph nodes, and also relaxing facial muscles. So if you are someone like me who holds all your stress in your jaw or in your neck, your face, wherever it may be, if you're holding your stress there and you feel tight in the face, gua sha is amazing because you can apply that maximum pressure that you're comfortable with to relax the tendons and muscles in the face. So I love using it for those reasons, especially if I feel like I'm really stressed, my face is feeling really tight, it's just very like stiff almost. And if I'm really swollen when I wake up in the morning, I love using this. I've already made a previous video on my actual gua sha technique, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, it is in the cards up above in the little eye icon, so definitely hit that to see my actual full gua sha routine. But just to quickly show you guys, I normally will focus a lot on my jawline and really apply the pressure when I go over it. Of course, when my face has a cleansing oil on it so that I don't pull and tug at the skin too much, which can lead to like early signs of aging, irritation, things like that. So I will push in quite a bit and you can actually sometimes feel and even hear like a crackling sound, which is kind of your muscles being relaxed and kind of popping and moving back into place and releasing all that tension and buildup. I also love using it and just pushing under here really firmly when my face is really tight and releasing that tendon here that connects to the jaw and controls it. By doing this, it also can help give a lifted effect to the cheekbone and not have that tendon pulling down on your face. You can also do that on the inner part of the cheek here and push on those tendons that might be weighing down your lip. Like the corner of your lip might be tight and pulled down. So by releasing the tension in here, it can give a little bit of a lifted effect for the lip as well. I also love using gua sha around my eyes. My eyes feel so heavy majority of the time. Like it's just like, they're so heavy, it's almost like it feels like I can't stay awake. So I will love, when I'm feeling that way, to just go over my brow. And again, I feel a lot of crackling and I really feel those tendons like being relaxed by pushing and pulling. But of course, again, with a cleansing oil all over my face, so I'm not tugging and pulling at my skin. Again, when my neck is so tight, I have a lot of tension headaches that stem from the back of my neck. I love going down with a lot of cleansing oil because it's so easy to get bruises doing the neck that you really have to use a lot of oil to prevent the bruising, and just pushing and pulling down and then all the way down there feels so good, and it helps for that. Those are a lot of pros to gua sha and using a tool like this, which are really cheap and easy to get. But what are the cons? There really aren't many cons in terms of gua sha, but the two that I know off the top of my head that I always get annoyed when they happen is one, bruising. Bruising can happen depending on your skin, how easily you bruise. And like I said before, I really easily get it on my neck if I don't use enough oil. So I always have to make sure I really oil up my neck if I'm going to be using gua sha, because I don't want to have that bruising that I'm so susceptible to there. Aside from that, my biggest con with using one of these that nobody talks about, like I have watched multiple gua sha videos on YouTube and no one ever mentions this, everyone's just trying to upsell them, is acne. And you might be thinking, that doesn't make sense. These are sanitary. You can wash them, blah, blah, blah. It's not from sanitization or keeping it clean. It is from the pressure that is applied on the skin. And even if I go lightly on my skin, if I have any clogged pores anywhere on my face, using this is going to turn it into a pimple. Even if I use really light pressure, if I barely do anything, if I'm going over a clogged pore, there is literally like a 70% chance I'm going to end up with that clogged pore, that little tiny clogged pore that I saw, turning into a big angry pimple the next day. Why does that happen? Because you are causing irritation within the pore, and that pore is already clogged with dirt, dead skin cells, and potentially bacteria. When you're rubbing over with friction, you are breaking sometimes little tiny openings in your skin for that bacteria to get into all that gunk within the pore and cause an infection. And it's really irritating. Also, it causes inflammation and irritation and all that stuff. So I only really ever use this when my skin doesn't have a lot of clogged pores going on. So right now, even though it's hard to see with the nice lighting in the camera, I am having a little bit of hormonal acne breakouts around my jawline. So now is a time I would not use gua sha because I'm having a flare up. And that is with gua sha tools. You have ever used this and notice you get acne after? Reason being is because those clogged pores. So don't be afraid to use gua sha, and just simply avoid using it at times when you notice you have those clogged pores, or avoid those areas on your face when using gua sha until the clogged pore situation is resolved. Now, aside from that, in those times where I am having a lot of clogged pores, and I have them really often, especially because I have a congested skin type that's dry, I really alternate and have a lot of clogged pores quite frequently. I love to alternate and use a roller like this, and I have always loved these kind of rollers because they are the lazy girl's answer to facial massage with low maintenance. And why I love them is because these, unlike gua sha, actually mimic a specific Asian facial massage technique. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty certain it originated in Korea, but I could be completely wrong, so please don't quote me on that. But these kind of rollers, which are really popular in Korea and especially in Japan, this style of roller has been around in Japanese skincare for years, for decades. It has been really popular, and you can get crazy ones that are like $300 and made of gold and have high frequency. It's insane. But I love the basic one, and reason being is because this kind of roller in this design mimics a certain facial massage technique in Asia that pinches the skin. And it lifts and pinches the skin. And what does this do? It stimulates a lot of blood flow to the surface of the skin. And what that does is it pulls oxygen and nutrients into the skin, which helps stimulate anti-aging benefits. It helps stimulate collagen. It helps bring oxygen to the skin, which helps brighten the face with all that blood flow. It helps move and flush stagnant blood from the face, which can have a dulling effect. It can also make your face weigh down and feel heavy. It also has that lymphatic drainage benefit, so it helps to de-swell the face as well. So I love using it for that reason, especially on the jawline, to really help tone and tighten the skin, because that pinching effect has that toning and lifting effect because it's pinching at the skin. And it really is nice to use on those days, like I said, when I have clogged pores and I can't do my gua sha, because this is a roller, so it's not giving that same level of pressure as you'll get from a gua sha, because it will roll. But you can see the redness starting because all that blood flow is coming to my skin, and you're able to do it in the upward motion, and you can see how much it pinches at the skin and brings that blood flow in to stimulate the collagen and lift the face. And it's great for those times that I don't want to do the gua sha. What I love about it too is that this kind of roller and this kind of design targets multiple areas at once, especially on the jaw. So it will target and roll the under part of your jawline while also targeting that upper bone as well, to help give that slimming effect and flush the toxins. Now, of course, when we say, oh, slimming and tightening and lifting, it's not a permanent solution. It's not like a facelift. You do it once, you'll see your result, but it's not going to last. You have to keep doing it if you want to see the results. What I also love about this is it feels amazing on the neck as well. So I, similarly with a gua sha, love to roll down the neck, and it has that pinching effect as well. You can kind of see it pinching at my skin, and it just feels, it honestly feels so good. Like, I love, oh my God, it's just like so good for lymphatic drainage as well, because you have lymph nodes behind your ears and down your neck. So good. So what are the cons about the roller? The only con that I can think of is that if you have a really sensitive skin type like me, you will notice probably more redness than the average person in the face, which isn't really an issue. Like, I do notice, like, my skin does feel a lot warmer in temperature there compared to the other side of my face, and it was a lot more red, but you can see it's going away. That is, of course, because we are literally pulling blood to the skin there, so of course it's going to get hotter and it's going to be more red. But if you are more sensitive, you will notice that redness might seem really dramatic, but don't worry, it will go away. Aside from that, the only con that I have ever felt with rollers is that, again, unlike gua sha, you're not going to be able to get that maximum pressure to really relax the muscles. So this isn't something I would recommend if you are looking for something to help relax the muscles in the face and reduce tension in the face. This is more so for that collagen stimulation, that blood flow, that lymphatic drainage, to de-swell the face and to really sharpen and define the jawline. I really love it for that. So those are my two favorite ways to use facial massagers, and the ones that have worked for me. And I've been doing facial massage with devices like these, specifically like these two style of devices, for probably about 5 straight years now, and I do feel like over that time, especially after doing it for like half a year to 1 year, is where I really started to notice a difference in my facial features. I just feel like my face did become a lot sharper after the year of introducing facial massage into my routine, and I do feel like my cheekbones are a little bit higher in comparison, like the fleshy part of it. Of course, we can't change our bone structure, and I do feel like I have better control over my swelling in my face that I get in the morning as someone who sleeps on their side. So I hope this video could be a little insightful for you guys into understanding what form of facial massage might benefit you and the cons and the pros to both of them. I will have links down below to where you can get those types of devices. Of course, one of them you can get on my store, one of them you cannot, but I'm thinking of getting them in the future. But do check out the links down below if you want to find out what I recommend and what I exactly use for my gua sha and V-line facial roller for my face. If you guys like this kind of video, definitely thumbs it up. I am originally a skincare YouTuber here on this channel, but I am slowly turning into more of a lifestyle channel, so I will still throw skincare videos here and there with the day in the life vlogs here and there as well. So definitely subscribe to my channel, you guys, if you like lifestyle videos, vlogs, skincare, K-beauty, as I'm pretty much only focus on K-beauty as a main, and the occasional fashion, hair, and makeup video. Of course, you can always find me on my social media accounts where I'm pretty active as well, such as Instagram and Twitter, and also on TikTok a little bit as well. So check that out in the description box down below. Everything you need to know will be there. And of course, hit that subscribe button, you guys, with a notification bell turned on, or else YouTube will not be so kind to recommend my videos to you guys. Again, literally YouTube only recommends 3% of my audience my videos. So if you don't want YouTube to dictate what you see and you want to be in control again of who you actually see in your subscription feed and in your recommended, definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss a beat. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.